I think often we think of agriculture and the agrarian as being very sited and located. It conjures up perhaps images of fields and farms, but we don't always see the ways in which bureaucratic practices, standards, regulations shape and condition agrarian practices and the lived experience of agriculture. The book, Becoming Organic, emerges out of the doctoral research that I conducted, and for the project I undertook fieldwork in the northern Indian state of Uttarakhand. My fieldwork in Uttarakhand took me to the fields and homes of some of its farmers in the western part of the state, as well as in the Doon Valley surrounding the state capital. But it also took me into the state's agricultural bureaucracies, into the offices of corporate and marketing executives, of rice retailers in India, and into settings where farmers were being certified and where their produce was being procured. I think that particularly with the rise of sustainably produced food and its marketing to consumers, the term organic has come to kind of signify almost a kind of physical or material property that one can discern in land or in produce. It's often associated with food or land that seem to be more natural or produced in more natural ways. And I think all of this contributes to this sense of organic as something that is a physical property, and one that's often seen to come about through a kind of absence of pesticides, of fertilizers, of other synthetic inputs. What my book is trying to show instead, by placing instead this emphasis on organic as being a quality that is assembled, is on the way organic is something that is actually actively and socially and politically produced. And so if we think discursively about organic agriculture in Uttarakhand, for example, it's possible to see how historically formed ideas of nature and agriculture in the region have played a crucial role in conditioning in creating the conditions for certified organic agriculture taking hold in the region. Farmers have to comply with export quality standards that in fact have nothing to do with organic agriculture, but have very much to do with things like the color and size of grains of rice. And all of this has enormous impacts on farmers themselves. Things that perhaps as consumers we don't even think about when we cook rice, but there are these often hidden, invisible labors that are shaped through these incredibly powerful processes of standardization and regulation of food crops. What became apparent to me, and what I hadn't necessarily anticipated going into this research, was the powerful influence of people's affective commitments and engagements to organic. So by this, I mean things like aspiration, sympathy, trust, and suspicion. All of these kind of affective commitments shaped the way that organic agriculture developed and the way it was practiced, and really, in some ways, allowed certified organic agriculture to kind of assume a life in Uttarakhand.